If you want your car's paint job to last a long time, a ceramic coating can make a huge difference. So the question is that $15 coating just as good as one that costs $150? Well, let's find out. In the first test, we'll see which ceramic coating protects car paint the best. We'll also see how the ceramic coatings protect plastic. Before I apply the ceramic coatings, I'll first wash the front hood, which will serve as a test area on the vehicle. Add 3 to 4 ounces of strip wash. Spray water directly under the sponge and fill the bucket to 2/3 full. Now that I've washed the vehicle with strip wash, I'll need to remove all the contaminants from the paint. I'll use a clay bar to remove contamination such as brake dust. A clay bar is designed to remove contaminants that can cause a car's paint finish to deteriorate. A clay bar does a great job of removing brake dust that becomes lodged in the vehicle's clear coat. The clay bar that I purchased does come with a lubricant that allows the clay bar to slide freely. I'll go ahead and wash the vehicle one more time with strip wash just to make sure that the paint is perfectly clean. Since we're testing 8 different ceramic coatings, I'll go ahead and create 8 different test areas on the flattest part of the front hood. I don't think that this tape will stay in place for long, so I'll go ahead and use a permanent marker to outline the test areas. Let's measure the slickness of the paint without any waxes or coatings. The angle gauge shows that the front hood is level. I'll use a brand new sponge with 5 pounds of weight on top of the sponge and a push-pull meter. And it takes right at 4 pounds of force for the sponge to slide. Headlights are made of polycarbonate, and a ceramic coating is often used to protect the headlight covers from oxidation. And it takes quite a bit of force to slide the sponge across a polycarbonate panel at 11.4 pounds. At a price of only $15, the least expensive brand we'll be testing is made by Hybrid Solutions. They claim easy on and easy off even in direct sunlight. They claim their synthetic wax polymers increases the depth of color, gloss, and shine. They claim insane water beading. We're going to test that. And Hybrid Solutions is made in USA. Use 2 sprays per panel. For best results, do not over-apply. Spread and wipe with a clean folded microfiber cloth. Use a separate microfiber cloth to remove. For best performance, paint should be free of oxidation and surface contaminants. When it comes to ease of application, the Hybrid Solutions is very quick and easy to apply. At a price of only $20, is this Fortify Quick Coat. They claim it's the ultimate ceramic coating formula. They claim waterless wash, shine, and protect. Spray onto a clean, damp microfiber cloth and onto the surface you're cleaning. Approximately 3 feet by 3 feet. Gently wipe the surface with the first pre-wetted folded microfiber cloth. Quickly switch to a clean folded dry microfiber cloth and buff off remaining haze before it dries. Repeat this process until the entire vehicle is clean, streak-free, and ultra-glossy. The Shine Armor seems just as easy to apply as the Hybrid Solutions. By the way, they claim it's safe to use on glass, paint, metal, and plastic. Also, the price of $20, the same price as the Fortify, is this CERAKOTE brand. They claim it has unsurpassed slickness. We're going to test that. They also claim maximum gloss and shine, extremely hydrophobic, and the CERAKOTE is made in the USA. Gently shake bottle for approximately 10 seconds. Working one panel at a time, evenly spray a light coating directly to the surface. Using one side of the towel, wipe the coating evenly across the surface. Immediately flip the towel to a clean dry side and buff the coating to an incredible shine. Inspect each section after buffing to ensure no haze remains. If any haze is present, buff the haze away to a high gloss shine. CERAKOTE Rapid Ceramic Paint Sealant will cure in approximately 2 hours. During this time, you will notice the gloss level and slickness increase dramatically. The CERAKOTE is very quick and easy to apply. At a price of $22, is this Griot brand. They claim it's a ceramic 3-in-1 wax. It's supposed to create superior hydrophobic water beading, extreme durability, and intense gloss. Shake well and apply to a clean, cool, contamination-free, and dry surface. Working one small section at a time, spray a light mist of ceramic 3-in-1 wax onto the surface. Using a clean microfiber towel, quickly spread the product over the surface. Flip the towel over to the dry side and buff to a high luster. Allow 12 to 24 hours before exposing to water or weather. And the Griot brand is made in USA. At a price of $23, is this Meguiar's brand. They claim it's their ultimate ceramic coating kit. Unbelievable water beading with exceptional durability. We're going to test that. It's supposed to increase gloss and slickness while also concealing light defects. It's made in USA with globally sourced materials. The Meguiar's kit also comes with a microfiber towel. Shake well before use. Apply in this shade on a surface that's already cool. Spray the product directly onto the surface. Apply to one panel at a time. Spray the product with a microfiber towel using light to moderate pressure. Spread the product until you see a flash off and the product no longer appears wet. Wipe off the product with a separate microfiber towel. At a price of $80, is this Gtechniq brand. The previous products are spray-on products, but this one requires an applicator. They claim their high-density ceramic layer is resistant to chemicals ranging from a pH 2 to a pH 12. The Gtechniq is made in the United Kingdom. Unlike mainstream wax and organic polymer coatings, Ceramlite is supposed to resist much higher and much lower temperatures, as low as -40 degrees Celsius and as high as 250 plus. Soak the application pad and work the liquid into the pad to get an even saturation. Apply in overlapping strokes to an area roughly 2 feet by 2 feet. Remove the residue with the microfiber cloth. The Gtechniq takes a little bit more effort than the first 5 spray and wipe products. At a price of $90 is this 28 ceramic graphene coating. There's no information where this product is made. Hydrophobic effect and ultra-high gloss and shine. It has a 20H rating for scratch and abrasion resistance. They also claim high temperature resistance as well as oxidation and corrosion resistance. It comes with an applicator pad as well as 2 microfiber towels and some rubber gloves. Wrap the cloth around the sponge and apply 4 drops of graphene coating. Apply in straight lines. First apply it horizontally and then vertically to an area about 1/2 the size of the hood. Make sure to apply 1 to 2 drops whenever the sponge feels dry or you can't see any product being applied to the surface. Immediately after, buff the surface gently in a circular motion with the microfiber cloth. The 20H takes about the same level of effort as a Gtechniq. At a price of $150, the most expensive brand we'll be testing is made by Adams. The kit includes 4 ounces of surface prep as well as 4 ounces of ceramic boost. It also includes 2 single soft towels, 2 microfiber towels, 2 ceramic coating applicators, as well as 1 pair of white gloves. There's no information on the box where this product is made, but I believe it's made in the USA. Spray Adams Surface Prep onto the exterior surfaces of your vehicle and wipe away using a single soft microfiber towel working section by section. Wipe away surface prep from the exterior surfaces to ensure no excess surface prep is left on the vehicle. Apply numerous drops of graphene ceramic coating advanced onto a suede applicator. Working in a 3 foot by 3 foot area at a time, apply the graphene ceramic coating. Once the coating is applied to the surface, it will begin to cure and have the appearance of a rainbow or oil slick on the paint, glass, or metal surfaces. As the rainbow color starts to dissipate, it's time to begin working and wiping away the surface oils. Using the micro suede coating towel, first lightly wipe and level the coating surface oils. If excess oils persist, use a plush microfiber towel to fully wipe away the ceramic residue. Allow the graphene ceramic coating advance to fully cure for 24 hours before introducing water or natural elements. The Adams takes the most effort of all the brands, but not too much different than the 20H or the Gtechniq. Assessing ease of application is highly subjective. However, the spray-on products are the easiest to apply and receive the best possible rating of 1. The Gtechniq and 20H received a rating of 1.5 and Adams received a rating of 2. All of the products have had 24 hours to cure in a temperature-controlled environment that's around 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's once again measure the slickness of the paint. The Hybrid Solutions is a lot slicker than the bare paint at only 1.1 pounds of force to slide the sponge. The Shine Armor isn't nearly as slick as the Hybrid Solutions at 2.3 pounds of force for the sponge to slide. The CERAKOTE moves into second place behind the Hybrid Solutions at 1.8 pounds, which is pretty good. The Griot is even slicker than the CERAKOTE at 1.5 pounds, but still not as slick as the Hybrid Solutions. Meguiar's is just as slick as the Griot's at 1.5 pounds. The Gtechniq moves into second place behind the Hybrid Solutions at 1.4 pounds. The 20H really struggled in this test at 2.4 pounds or about a pound more than the Gtechniq. The Adams also performed well at 1.6 pounds. So the very affordable Hybrid Solutions came out on top at 1.1 pounds. Gtechniq finished in second place at 1.4 pounds. Griot and Meguiar's tied for third at 1.5. The tape is definitely going to get in the way of the testing. The test zones are already labeled and ready for testing, so let's go ahead and remove the tape. Before we kick off testing the ceramic coatings on the vehicle, let's kick off the testing on the polycarbonate sheets. Ceramic coatings are a great choice for protecting headlights from becoming oxidized. So let's go ahead and place the polycarbonate sheets in a dishwasher and see how they hold up for around 3 hours of warm water exposure and then run a second wash cycle for an additional 3 hours. We'll check back on this later in the review. Check out the hydrophobic qualities of the Hybrid Solutions. This is some really slick stuff. I reviewed jet fan blowers recently, and the winner of the jet fan blower showdown is making easy work of removing the water. The Shine Armor just isn't very slick, and the water isn't forming tight water beads compared to the Hybrid Solutions. Hybrid Solutions is on the left, and the Shine Armor is on the right. The Hybrid Solutions is definitely performing significantly better than the Shine Armor. Just like the Hybrid Solutions, the CERAKOTE is doing a great job with hydrophobic qualities, and tight water beads are forming. Shine Armor is on the left, and the CERAKOTE is on the right. And the CERAKOTE is definitely performing quite a bit better. The Griot is also very slick, just like the Hybrid Solutions, and the CERAKOTE and tight water beads are forming. CERAKOTE is on the left and the Griot is on the right. It's very close, but the Griot looks like it's producing tighter water beads. The Meguiar's is also looking very good, about the same as the Hybrid Solutions and the Griot. And the hydrophobic qualities of the Gtechniq are simply amazing. Definitely the best yet. Meguiar's is on the left and the Gtechniq is on the right, and the Gtechniq is definitely outperforming the Meguiar's. 20H really struggled on the slickness test, and it's really struggling on this test as water is forming a sheet in some areas. The Gtechniq is on the left and the 20H is on the right. And it's not even close, as the Gtechniq is performing significantly better. The Adams looks just as good as the Griot and the Gtechniq, with water forming very tight beads. And the 20H continues to struggle compared to the much better performing Adams ceramic coating. Let's see how the ceramic coatings hold up to strip wash. I'll make 3 back and forth passes across each of the coatings. The jet fan blower continues to make easy work of clearing the water since all the coatings are still pretty slick. And the hybrid solution seems completely unfazed by the strip wash and the water is still beading nicely. Unfortunately, the strip wash really disarmed the shine armor and the water is forming a sheet across the entire test area. A side-by-side comparison and it's just not looking good for the shine armor. The CERAKOTE is still looking pretty good, but the water's not beading as tightly compared to the hybrid solutions. And the Griot is still looking as good as new and the water is forming very tight beads. Comparing the CERAKOTE to the Griot is definitely looking better. The strip wash really had an impact on the Meguiars and the water is beginning to form a sheet. The Gtechniq is still looking as good as new and looks just as good or possibly better than the Griot. Comparing the Meguiars to the Gtechniq, there's a huge difference between the brands. Unfortunately, the strip wash did take a toll on the 20H and the water is mostly forming a sheet. The Adams continues to impress with pretty amazing hydrophobic qualities. Comparing the 20H to the Adams, there's a huge difference with the advantage going to the Adams. Assessing performance is highly subjective, but the Griot, Gtechniq, and Adams receive the best possible rating of 1. All three brands demonstrated excellent hydrophobic qualities after exposure to strip wash. Iron removers are great for removing brake dust that's trapped inside the clear coat. Iron remover products often contain sulfur-containing compounds and surfactants that can damage the ceramic coating. And 3 minutes is up, so I'll go ahead and remove the iron remover. The very affordable hybrid solutions definitely experienced some impact from the iron remover, but is still performing very well. Unfortunately, the shine armor has been completely used up. Just like the hybrid solutions, the iron remover had an impact on the CERAKOTE, but the water is still mostly beading. The Griot is definitely holding up the best so far and seems undamaged by the iron remover. Comparing the CERAKOTE and the Griot is performing quite a bit better. The Meguiars also experienced quite a bit of damage from the iron remover, but the water is still mostly beading. The Gtechniq is definitely performing the best so far and seems to be as good as new. Compared to the Meguiars, there's a huge difference in favor of the Gtechniq. Unfortunately, things are not going so well for the 20H and the water is mostly forming a sheet. The Adams continues to impress and the Adams seems as good as new after exposure to the iron remover. So after exposure to the iron remover, the Griot, Gtechniq, and Adams have extended their lead over the competition and are the only three brands that are performing as good as new. Bug and tar removers typically contain a mix of solvents and surfactants that can break down sticky, oily, or dried-on residues. Only a very high-quality ceramic coating can survive without any damage. It's been 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and rinse off the bug and tar remover, and I'll go ahead and use strip wash to remove all traces of the bug and tar remover from the ceramic coatings. The hybrid solutions continues to perform well for a budget coating, but the bug and tar remover caused quite a bit of damage to the hybrid solutions. Unfortunately, the shine armor is completely cooked. The bug and tar remover caused a lot of damage to the CERAKOTE, but is still providing some protection to the paint. The Griot is still ahead of the first three brands, and the water is still forming decent beads. Comparing the CERAKOTE to the Griot, the gap in performance continues to widen in favor of the Griot. Bug and tar remover is a powerful product and it's completely wiped out the Meguiars. And the bug and tar remover didn't stand a chance against the Gtechniq and it still looks as good as new. Very impressive. The 20H is really struggling compared to the Gtechniq. Just like the Gtechniq, the Adams coating shrugged off the bug and tar remover without a second thought. Very impressive. So the Gtechniq and Adams are still looking as good as new with the best possible rating of 1. The very affordable Griot coating isn't too far behind with a rating of 1.5. Wheel and tire cleaners oftentimes contain powerful ingredients such as acid, sodium hydroxide, as well as powerful solvents. The wheel and tire cleaners had a full minute to break down the coating, so I'll go ahead and rinse off the wheel and tire cleaner and we'll use strip wash to make sure that all the wheel and tire cleaner has been removed. And even the permanent marker is beginning to come off. The hybrid solutions has performed very well throughout the showdown, but the wheel and tire cleaner pretty much destroyed the hybrid solutions. Let's get the shine armor, which is pretty much used up. Just like the hybrid solutions and the shine armor, the CERAKOTE is completely used up. And the Griot continues to impress and is still providing really good paint protection. And it took close to 7 seconds for the sheet of water to completely dissipate. Let's also skip the Meguiar since it's also used up. Check out the Gtechniq, very impressive. It's really hard to believe that any sort of coating can do such a great job of shrugging off the wheel and tire cleaner. Let's get the 20H since it's also used up. And the Adams continues to impress just like the Gtechniq. The water is beating up, but the Gtechniq seems to be holding up just a little bit better. So after the strip wash, iron remover, bug and tar remover, and now the wheel and tire cleaner, the Gtechniq is still holding up the best. The Adams is holding on to a close second place position and Griot is in third. In the final test, let's see which ceramic coating can hold up the best to the winner of the degreaser review. I'll use strip wash just to make sure that all the degreaser has been removed. And most of the permanent marker has now been removed. Let's go ahead and skip the hybrid solutions, shine armor, and CERAKOTE since all three of those brands are pretty much used up. Considering the price of the product, the Griot continues to impress and is still offering some protection. And the Griot needs about 15 seconds for the sheet of water to dissipate, which is still pretty good. Let's go ahead and skip the Meguiars and the 20H. And the Gtechniq continues to impress, and the water is still forming really tight water beads, and the water is not able to form a sheet. And the Adams is also performing very well in forming loose water beads. The Gtechniq is on the left and the Adams is on the right. The Gtechniq is forming tighter water beads and has a little bit better hydrophobic qualities compared to the Adams. So after being exposed to strip wash, iron remover, bug and tar remover, wheel and tire cleaner, and now degreaser, the Gtechniq came out on top with the best possible rating of 1.5. Adams finished in a close second place with a rating of 2, and Griot received a rating of 3. We've already tested for hydrophobic qualities, which is the gold standard, but let's go ahead and test for slickness after all of the testing. And the Hybrid Solutions is still outperforming the 4-pound baseline at 3.8 pounds. And the Shine Armor is at 4.4 pounds, which is worse than the baseline. I hope I didn't cause damage to the paint with a degreaser. The CERAKOTE is at 4.7 pounds or 0.9 pounds more than the Hybrid Solutions. The Griot beat the baseline at 3.9 pounds, which is pretty close to the same as the Hybrid Solutions. The Meguiars performed the same as the Griot at 3.9 pounds. And the Gtechniq moves into a big lead at 2.8 pounds. Very impressive. The 20H is at 4.1 pounds or 1.3 pounds behind the Gtechniq. And the Adams performed the same as the Meguiars at 3.9 pounds. So the Gtechniq came out on top at 2.8 pounds. Hybrid Solutions finished in second place at 3.8 pounds, and several other brands finished at 3.9 pounds. After 6 hours inside of a dishwasher without any soap or detergents, the Hybrid Solutions is pretty much used up. And the Shine Armor is really used up compared to the Hybrid Solutions. The CERAKOTE is performing about the same as the Hybrid Solutions. And the Griot is performing the best so far with water mostly forming beads. And the Meguiars is also performing very well with water beads forming. The Gtechniq also looks very good with mostly water beads forming. And the 20H is in pretty bad shape just like the Shine Armor. And it's not even close with Adams showing by far the best water beading. Very impressive. A polycarbonate panel is pretty similar to headlight cover, but it's quite a bit different than car paint. Assessing performance is highly subjective, but the Adams came in on top with the rating of 1. Gtechniq finished in second place with the rating of 1.5 and Meguiar's third with the rating of 2. So which ceramic coating is the best? The ceramic coatings are organized from least expensive to most expensive. If you're like me, ease of application is definitely a factor to consider. I found that all the spray and wipe products are very quick and easy to apply and receive the best possible rating of 1 for ease of application. Looking at just those 5 products, the Griot is by far the most durable coating and was still protecting the paint after a very challenging review. If you're looking for something easy to apply and also very affordable, that would definitely be my choice. The 3 most expensive ceramic coatings require use of an applicator and do require more effort. The Gtechniq outperformed all the spray and wipe products and is by far the most durable. If you're willing to spend the extra money as well as time, you'll end up with a very durable ceramic coating that'll provide very good paint protection. The Gtechniq would definitely be my choice if you're willing to invest the effort. That was a very challenging review, and it's hard to believe that any product could still survive after all that abuse. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested, so if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Please take care, and I look forward to next time.